name is Freeland. I'm an international lawyer based in Sydney, Australia, and I have the honour of being the chair of the IISL, International Institute of Space Law Moot Court Committee, and we are responsible for the running every year of the Manfred Lachs International Space Law Moot Court competition. And it's my pleasure to talk to you briefly about the competition. It is the premier moot court competition in the world on areas related to space law. There is no other like it in so many ways. It has a rich history. We're now in our 33rd year. We have an incredibly diverse range of participants covering literally the planet. Last year, well, in the 2023 competition, we had almost 80 participating teams from our 5 regions. We have 5 regions: Africa, Latin America, North America, Europe, and the Asia Pacific. This coming year in the 2024 competition, we're also now getting at least one team from the Middle East. So this competition continues to expand. It continues to inspire young people to engage in the wonders of space law and its interaction with other areas of international law and geopolitics and economics and culture and science. All of those issues are, of course, relevant to the way space activities are conducted. So I'd like to encourage you to think about entering this competition. As I said, it runs on 5 regions, and you'll hear in this group of videos being put together from the regional organizations of each of those regions. And the 5 winning teams from each region then will compete in the World Finals. The World Finals every year is held at the location of the International Astronautical Congress, which in 2024 will be in Milan, Italy. So the 5 regional winners of the competition will all be supported to go to Milan, compete there in the World semi-finals, and the 2 teams that win the semi-finals then will compete in the World Final before 3 sitting judges of the International Court of Justice. Our moot court competition, as well as being incredibly prestigious and important in so many ways, has the distinguished honor of every year having the World Final judged by 3 sitting members of the International Court of Justice. There is no other moot in the world that can claim that, and we are incredibly honored and grateful to the judges of the ICJ for taking their time out of their busy schedules to then sit with the students and judge that World Final. And as you can imagine, that is an incredible experience also for the winning teams when they compete before the ICJ judges. In the 2023 competition, we had about 80 teams competing worldwide. This coming year, for the 2024 competition, we anticipate at least that number, if not more, and we're continuing to expand. This year, for example, we will have a team from the Middle East competing in the Asia Pacific region, but ultimately, down the track, we may end up with a 6th region for the competition in the Middle East part of the world, but we shall see. That still takes time to develop. But this is an incredibly diverse group of participating teams. It allows students from all over the world to gain a further understanding and a further inspiration from space, from international law, from the governance of space activities, and also from the power of advocacy, the power of clear argumentation, both in written and in oral form, and the idea that we can further promote the incredible importance of the governance of space activities for sustainable, secure, stable future for humanity. And so please allow me to encourage you to think about this. This is a wonderful competition. It's an incredible experience for the students. They will find how much they will grow. The problem for the 2024 competition has been out for a couple of months now. It's a really interesting problem to do with the dark and quiet skies and issues around that and issues around the freedom of scientific investigation. Please contact the regional organizers, in the regions where you are. All of the details will be on the IISL website. Contact them if you're interested. All the dates in terms of when you need to register by and when the memorials will be due, because written memorials are part of the competition, and then also when the oral rounds are held for each of the regions. As I said, in the end, following those oral rounds and the marking of the memorials, the 5 regional winners will attend and be supported to attend the International Astronautical Congress, where they will compete in the World Semi-Finals. As I said, the 2024 IAC will be held in Milan. So those 5 regional winning teams will go to Milan, they'll compete, and the 2 winning teams will then compete before the ICJ judges, also in Milan, in the World Final. This is a wonderful competition. So many of the thousands now of students who have competed in this competition over the past 33 years have gone on to develop their careers in international law, in space, in working for the United Nations and intergovernmental organizations. It's an incredible fillip in terms of your growth, your development as an advocate, your development as an international lawyer, your development in a whole range of ways, but also it's an incredible experience. It's a lot of fun, and it will allow you to gain a further understanding, not only of your own perspectives of international law and space law, but of those from teams in other parts of the world. So please consider entering the competition. We would love to have a record number of teams this year. That would be great. This competition is growing. The regional organizers have done a fantastic job in ensuring that the experience of everybody who participates in the region is a really good experience. And then, as you can imagine, the idea of then going to the IAC for the regional winners and the possibility of arguing in front of the ICJ judges. What sort of incentive above that do you need? So with that, I wish you well. Please go to the website, contact the regional organizers, consider carefully, and hopefully we'll see your team entering into the competition. And I wish you all well, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors in terms of preparing for the Moot. And really, I hope you enjoy the experience. I know so many before you have done so. So with that, I'll sign off from Sydney, wish you all the best, and look forward to seeing you over the coming few months as the competition enters into its operative stages. Bye for now.